stuff. Let me get this off the screen. We're gonna be back. We're gonna be brewing another deck. I'm gonna be showing you what one of the other. I think I'm gonna do 5 decks. One of the 5 decks I'm gonna be making and using on ladder is going to do this year. Once again, I am new to Hearthstone. Haven't gotten very high on the ladder. But mostly because I haven't played too much. I don't do a lot of ladder play. And I've been looking at a lot of the Hearthstone decks that have been flying around because of the new Gadget Stand stuff. And I personally have loved some of the cards in the new Gadget Stand set, but this is a deck that was brought to my attention by a friend who had been watching a lot of online stuff for Hearthstone, and he brought this interesting paladin deck. It's called Buffetin to my attention and showed me the videos online of what it does. And I looked at it and I was like, that looks fun. So we are going to be brewing Buffetin today. Or now. We are going to be brewing Buffetin right now. That would be the mean market, I guess, is what the deck... I don't know what that deck is. But, let me see. Do I have all the cards for it? So basically, it's all about cards like Smuggler's Run, but on creatures' bodies. The only issue I've seen with all of the builds is that it does not have a lot of removal. And when I play Paladin, I am more of a Control Paladin player. I played a lot of Control Paladin, and I loved the removal Control Paladin gave you. So I am going to be trying to brew a mid-range, control-y Buffetin deck, which is what I like doing. I like making decks that do a lot of things at toolbox and have a lot of win conditions, like 2 or 3, which is why I still like playing Yogg Saron in most decks. Although he's not technically a win condition. Like, sometimes he'll kill you, and that's not fun. But that's kind of what I want to do. So I'm going to start off with the brewing, which is basically you go and you take... So it starts with Mean Street, Marshall, and Smuggler's Run. Grime Street Outfitter. Aldar Peacekeepers are always good in the deck. It plays Wicker Flame Burn Bristle. It does play Keepers of Aldman. True Silver Champion is one of its only removals, and I like that. I like the fact that True Silver Champion's in there. Grime Street Enforcer. So when Grime Street Enforcer came out, I looked at it and said, it wasn't that good. If anybody saw my 100 card pack opening, I thought it was it had potential, but I didn't know what it was going to do. And then people will start, my friend showed me the Buffetin list, and I was like, oh, well, that card's actually broken. So I had to go, and after disenchanting my Grime Street Enforcers, I had to go make them again, because this card's freaking gross. And then, of course, Ragnaros and Tyrion for endgame. And now we have 13 card slots left. So I'm going to have to look at the list again. And then figure what I want to cut from it. Hold on, I'm looking at the list to see what it plays. So it plays Argent Squires because it's a bit of an aggro deck. Probably because the value of dropping a Divine Shielded 6/6 is pretty strong for 1. Smuggler's Run, Meat Street, Grim Street Outfitter. Oh, Loot Hoarder. Oh, yeah, draw. It makes up for the fact that it doesn't have a lot of draw, Brand Bronzebeard, because, of course, it really uses, what is it called, Doppelgangster, and I looked at Doppelgangster and thought the card was kind of bad, and then, again, was it's got some potential there, and it ended up having a lot of potential and a lot of use, so I was super excited about that. Where are my Doppelgangsters? There they are. Grim Street Enforcers, which are already in the deck, because I'm dumb. Fight Promoters. And then Honcho. Am I right? Oh, there's an Acolyte of Pain. So, that's the first card I wanted to kind of not do. I don't want to put an Acolyte of Pain in the deck, because the deck looks like it's already got enough draw. It's got, what, It's got Mean Street Marshals, it's got Loot Hoarders, and then it's got Fight Promoters. So I thought that since we're a little lacking in removal, I would use a very interesting one of, if I can find it. Oh, heaven forbid I disenchanted it. Oh, nope, there it is, jeez. I want to use Sergeant Sally. Because in a Buffeted deck, she will wipe almost anything off the board if used correctly. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I also wanted to use Wild Pyromancers because they can stay alive longer in Buffeted, but there aren't enough spells in Buffeted. And that's where we'd have to like start getting into what's worth it. Like, is it worth playing 2 Grime Street Smugglers? Is it worth playing 2 Keepers of Aldun? Aldman? I don't know how to pronounce these words. I'm not a World of Warcraft player, I don't know how they're pronounced. Like, playing, like, say, a Wild Pyromancer, and, the Humility, is it? The only issue with playing, like, Equality and Wild Pyromancer is that you kill the Wild Pyromancer no matter how big it is. And that's a little disturbing. I like Sergeant Sally because Sergeant Sally looks pretty strong in this lineup. And basically it's just value. Acolyte of Pain seems a little interesting for value. Like, I don't think the deck needs any more draw, but people have been saying that Acolyte's pretty strong, so I'm going to try this version and maybe play other cards like I want to play Stampeding Kodos, and then I want to play Stampeding Kodos really badly because that was how the deck played. But I don't know if I have space now. Like, I'd have to take out Argent Squires and play this, and then I'd play Humility, obviously, and take out Argent Squires, play Humility, and then take out probably a Grim Street Smuggler and play a Stampeding Kodo, and take out a take out a Keeper of Aldman and a Grim Street Smuggler and play 2 Stampeding Kodos, and then take out a what is the next card you take out? Probably a Smuggler's Run. Play a Wild Pyromancer? Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna stick with this for right now. It's just gonna be Buffeted. And if I find that it takes any, like, it needs any more removal than the Sergeant Sally to Acolyte of Pain change, I will update my lists. That's one thing I want to do. Like, maybe 10 days from now, I will update lists. 5 days from now, if I update a list, I will put it online. Just remember, if you like this video, I will be streaming on Saturday with the deck that gets the most views, likes, and maybe comments that people want to see it. So just remember to hit like and subscribe. I am hoping that we have a deck that is actually picked, and then I will play like 10 games with of ladder play. If not, then I will just pick a deck and stream on Saturday. But remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you leave some comments behind to tell me what I'm doing wrong or doing right. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.